It's day 3 of the Grindrod Bank Berg descent after a spectacular day 2, a fun day. I think everyone thoroughly enjoyed that. Today the hard work is summiting Spionkop Mountain and then a great return to MIGHTY camp to cap it all off. Well, day 2 ended with a wonderful visit to the top of that Spionkop Mountain for the Volvo Summit, a sprint to the top for the cash. In the late afternoon, hundreds of riders headed for the mountain and the Volvo Summit, a dice up the historic Spionkop Mountain, site of one of the most famous battles in the Anglo-Boer War.
Working so hard, I've been trying to find God underneath the hatch of my backyard.
17 bold, brave, strong and classy women gathered at the bottom gate to take on the climb, which ascends 265 metres over 1.4 kilometres. By the time they reached the top of the cement road, Robin de Groot, Candice Neertling and Jenny Stennehaag had opened a gap to the rest. The Swedish marathon champion Stennehaag slipped off the group and it was down to a duel between last year's winner Candice Neertling and Robin de Groot. What a vibe on the mountain as Robin turned on the power to inch away from Candice, who was turning herself inside out to try and close the gap. It wasn't to be. A great ride by Robin saw her take the win and the 20,000 Rand courtesy of Volvo as she broke Candice's record of a year ago, clocking 6 minutes and 10 seconds. Roll back the years, Robin, how was that?
Yeah, never done anything like that where I've gone flat box. Interesting, hurting.
How did it pan out up that steep pitch down the bottom there?
Yeah, Jen went quite hard. And then I went and kind of got away, and then I saw that they were catching, so I backed off on the flat section, and then I went again here on the steep section again.
There were 25 men who fancied a tilt at the Volvo Viking of the Mountain title, among them defending champion Waylon Wilcock, Darren Lill, Philip Bass, HP Courier, Lone Sluice and Adrian Lowe. And it was Lowe and Stuart Marais who attacked first on the steepest part. A huge effort, but the bunch wasn't about to let them get away so early. Alan Hathley joined the fray, the young cross-country specialist. A bunch of 10 riders were locked together on the flat section in the middle, and as they neared the last pitch, Darren Lill made a huge attack down the right, perhaps setting up a shot at glory for Waylon Wilcock, his teammate. His effort was doomed as Marais showed his strength once more before Swiss cross-country star Connie Loser threw his hat into the ring with an explosive surge 200 metres from the finish. The Swiss, though, was losing ground, and Haynes put all his effort into the final 50 metres and managed to pull past him to take a spectacular win. Gert Haynes, the Volvo Viking of the Mountain. Tell us about that effort, a huge effort.
Yeah, it was quite a big effort, but it's a great experience. I really enjoyed it. It was very tactical, but I think I just managed to do it just right, just get my timing correct.
Incredible riding by all of them. Gert Haynes proving to be the Volvo Viking of the Mountain. The top 5 all finishing inside Wilcock's winning time of a year ago. Robin de Groot and Candice Neertling providing great entertainment, both faster than a year ago. A great ride by Jenny Stennehaag and Amy McDougall in 4th place. Day 3 of the Grindrod Bank Berg descent is a trail of 2 halves. The first part is relatively flat and stays close to the Tugela River with loads of single-track fun and fast gravel road to get the legs spinning. But then things change as you cannot help but notice the omnipresent Spionkop Mountain. The field will lay their assault on this famous kop. As they scale Lantana Climb and circumnavigate the base of this historic landmark, they will soon feel its wrath as they begin the torturous climb to the top. Unlike those poor soldiers who lost their lives, our riders will feel very much alive as they hammer down off the top of Spionkop, through Longdrop Pass and onto the Bell Run, before hitting MIGHTY for the last time. A proper ride. Much to the disappointment of the farmers, the predicted rain did not materialise and the riders left MIGHTY on dry, dusty roads. However, that was soon forgotten as cool, overcast skies made for perfect riding conditions. Leaders Eric Kleinans and Matt Beers of Ready Topeak had to protect a 1 minute 42 second advantage over Javi Combrick and Nico Bell of NAD Pro. It was a big lead bunch which would split on the day's 2 climbs, Lantana Hill and Spionkop. Any teams with plans to unseat the leaders would perhaps keep their powder dry until Spionkop. Scott LCB's Bass and Haynes on the front. They were in 3rd overall. Swiss Connie Loser in aggressive mood. Where was his partner? They were closing in on the first water point at 24 kilometres. USN Purefoot's Darren Lill and Waylon Wilcock's progress on the day was stunted by a puncture to Lill's machine.
Oh, when things are going badly, have a coke, eh?
In the women's race, Ascendus Health had it all to do to try and close a minute and a half on overall leaders Candice Neethling and Vera Adrian, a Namibian needing a little help from her teammate in the climb. Home Ice Cream's Matthew Stamatis and Carmen Buchacha with over 15 minutes in hand over their closest rivals, Lantana Climb. One of the many special sections of the route, Grand Canyon, a natural path down the middle of a dry riverbed, characteristic of the trails on the Berg bush. The Spionkop climb is a brute. The first cemented section and its 13 bumps rises up to 20% in gradient. At the summit, the memorials to both Boer and British soldiers killed in the Battle of Spionkop over 110 years ago. The descent of the mountain is all single track and a thrill to ride. Connie Luce clearly feeling stronger than partner Lawrence Luce. Behind him, the GC contenders were massing. Telkom, Nad, Scott, and overall leaders Reddy Topi. The Bell Run is a giant bike park, huge berms, tabletops, and fun jumps. Over the Perry Bridge and into the finish, Luce solo, but the race behind him saw Bass and Haynes take the stage for Scott LCB ahead of Rabi and Kruger of Telkom, and Luce and Luce, who finished in third eventually. Kleinans and Beer stayed out of trouble to finish in the bunch and ensure they took the overall win. In the women's race, Robin de Groot and Jenny Stennehaag of Ascendus Health finished 46 seconds ahead of Vera Adrian and Candice Neethling, not quite enough to take the overall win. Reddy Topi claimed the overall title by a minute and 41 seconds ahead of Combrink and Bell, with Bass and Haynes just over 4 minutes back in third. Vera Adrian and Candice Neethling of Dormer Time Freight hung on to their lead despite a determined effort by Ascendus Health, Galileo Risk Garmin in third. In the Masters, Greg Anderson and Charles Nienabo were comfortable winners of that category ahead of Wayne McDulling and Michael McDermott, who did win Stage 3. Hidden Hunger's Sean Henderson and Albie Nell were third on the day, but still took the overall win in the veterans. No meltdown for Home Ice Cream. In the mixed, they took the title ahead of Lund Rug Gallery. They were fourth on the stage, but did enough to finish second overall. The Buffalo Charge was led by Tini Bonnet and Wolfgang Neff, who led the herd home by over 10 minutes. But that's not even half the story of Day 3 at the Grunrod Bank Bergenbush descent. Close on 1,000 riders got to experience more stunning trails, cattle and footpaths knitted together and linked with sections of purpose-built sweet single track made for a trail riding bonanza.
I understand your predicament, but I know I'll be there till the end, even if you don't wanna be my friend. So many years since the day we met, from a broken bone, a friend I get, but something wrong, a commitment shared. Now I don't think you wanna be my friend. Well, the gray in your eyes is the peace.
Tired, but I got to it, all the way to the top.
We're ready for the next one. Bring it on. What goes up must come down. What goes up and down must come.
And she made it bend. Now I don't think you wanna be my friend.
I had 3 days of irritating person. And this is him. But we got up here, we're happy, And here we are on top of Spionkop.
It would be much better if he wasn't here, but it's been amazing. I've dragged him around like a rag doll since he's got no more hair left.
Hard and she made it bend. Now I don't think you wanna be my friend. Be my friend.
It's all right here at the Grinrod Bank Berg Bush. And there's more to come in the Berg Bush Great Trek, which starts on Tuesday. See you then.
Oh.